Now, let's have a little look. Here, we've got a condition in here. Can you see where it says if answer equals Jane? That is our condition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little circle in on there to show you that's my condition. So let's see what happens in this program. So it's going to ask a question first. What's your name? Okay, which goes down to the condition. Now the condition says if the answer equals Jane, then, okay, what a cool name. So if you've typed in Jane and that condition is the same as Jane, then it's going to go down this pathway here and it's going to say what a cool name. But if you type in anything else other than Jane, or even if you spell Jane incorrectly, it's going to go a separate pathway here and you're not going to see anything at all. So there are two possible paths that you can go, and we don't know which path the user will take. Maybe they'll type in Jane and go down this path, or maybe they won't type in Jane, they'll type something else and they'll go down that path. Okay, there's our flow of control for a condition starts an action. Let's have a look at this one. This is a condition that switches between actions. Now it has just one condition in here, so I'm going to put a little circle just to show that. And it's got a little bit of code which is outside of this or before this, which says what's your name. So that's coming down into there. But this one's interesting. It's the same as before, except for it says if you meet the condition, if your answer is the same or equal to Jane, if you've typed that in, then you will get what a cool name, just like before. Okay, but the interesting one here is that else, if you don't type in Jane, if you type anything else in, you will also get some code. You'll get that code at the bottom which says Jane is cooler. Okay, and it will do something for you there. And they both meet up at the end of that to do some other code if you put some more code at the bottom. So here we've got two paths, but they both actually do something. Okay, for our flow. Let's have a look at another example. Okay, so here we've got an interesting one. Let's draw in all the conditions. We've got this answer equals Jane here. We've got the answer equals Matt here. And the answer equals Adina here as well. So we're asking what's your name there. And then if you have typed in Jane in your original ask and answer block, you'll get that one there. What a cool name. Okay. If you didn't type in Jane, it'll come straight down to the next one. But it's going to check all these conditions. Then it checks the next one. Did you type in Matt? Well, maybe you didn't type in Jane, you typed in Matt, so you will get this one. Okay, my brother is called Matt. But if you didn't type the word Matt in, it will go straight down onto the next condition without you seeing anything. And finally, maybe you typed in Adina. So if you typed in Adina, it will go down this pathway. And if you didn't, it's going to go straight to the end, okay, and see nothing. Now, this is quite an interesting one, because let's have a think about what happens if we type in different names. So it asks what's your name and it puts that into the answer block. It stores it in there. Okay, it's assigned. So let's say you did type in Jane. It would go down this one, and then it would go down this one and this one. So you'd only see the text for what a cool name. How about if you typed in Matt? It would go down this one because you haven't said the same as Jane. You would get the Matt one, but you wouldn't get the final one. Okay. Let's have a look at one last example of the flow of control. Okay. So here we've got a question. How old are you? Years only as a number. Now let's have a look how many conditions we've got. We've got the number. Answer equals greater than 9. Answer equals the same as 10. Answer equals less than 31. So we've got that initial question. All right, and then if our answer is greater than 9, we're going to have you are 10 plus. Okay. If, of course, we are not greater than 9, maybe we typed in 7, then we are going to have nothing from that condition. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, if your answer is exactly the same, it's equal to 10, then you're going to have 10 is the same age as my brother. Okay, and it's going to say that. But of course, if you type in anything else other than 10, 5, or 11, you're going to have nothing. And finally, okay, is it less than 31? Okay, then you're going to get you are younger than my mum. And if you're not, it's going to go straight down there. But this one's interesting. Let's go and choose a different colour. Okay, and see if we can have a look at the flows. So say we type in 10. Okay, so let's check the first condition. If our answer is greater than 9, yes it is, because it's 10. So you get that, you are 10 plus. You'll get the second one as well, because your 10 is the same age as your brother. And 10 is definitely less than 31. So you could end up with all three of those there. Let's imagine you typed in 12. Okay, so you would be, is it greater than 9? Yes it is, so you'll get the 10 plus. But it's not the same as 10, so it will go down that path, but it is less than 31. Okay, so you'll get that. You are younger than my mum. Okay, so conditions are interesting and the flow of control is interesting as well.